Yai, yadai, yadai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, yadai, yadai, dai, 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 dum. Yai, yadai, yadai, dai, 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 dai. Yai, ai, yai, yai, yadai, dai, dai, yadai, yadai, dai, dai, dai. Ai, yai, yai, yadai, dai, dum. Yay, yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 dum. Yay, yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 dai. Yay, yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 dai. Yay, yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 yai, dum. Ay, yai, yai, yadai, dai, dai, yadadai, yai, dai, dai, dai. Ay, yai, 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 yai. I was waiting for that. Boker Tov, good morning. It is Wednesday, which means we are ready for a little bit of wisdom as we enter this week's Torah reading. We've already entered it, officially entered it, Saturday afternoon. It's kind of weird how the Torah readings go. It's not weird, but the way they're lined up is that from Saturday afternoon, after the Shabbat morning Torah reading is read, we start the following week's Torah. So from Saturday afternoon through the next Saturday Shabbat morning, we read one parsha, one portion. So this week's portion is Tzav. So now that we're in, Wednesday, we're already halfway there. But for some of us, Wednesday, hump day, is like you don't feel good until you wake up on Thursday to know that Friday is coming. And for some of us, we're like, all right, Wednesday, we're halfway there, even if it's in the morning. So this parsha, this week's portion of Tzav, is we're gonna attack it. It's not attacking, but we're gonna work through it in the parts that we always do, which is today we're gonna talk about keeping the fire burning, having consistency. Another key part of this parsha is renewal, clearing the ashes, starting again, and then daily practice. And so when we come to, there's like a weird echo in here. Hopefully you're not hearing that also. When we come to this place and think about the fire that must not go out, this kind of steady devotion, this portion opens up with a command that's simple. Simple but powerful. It says, a continual fire shall be kept burning on the altar. It must not go out. Okay. Not a dramatic fire, not this one-time blaze, but a steady flame. One that has to be tended to every single day. I can't help but get a visual of, one of these coal burning fires where people don't have heat and that's what they use. And all hours of the night, they're shoveling coal in there. Or even a fireplace fire where you're adding logs of wood. But it takes tending, right? Otherwise the flame goes out. Just like our bodies, our flames are, constantly dwindling, and then all of a sudden, hopefully, God willing, they're recharged again. But it's a perpetual thing that you need to do the work in order to keep it going. And this is where the Torah teaches something really important. Because if we imagine that spirituality only happens in big moments, our way of thinking, our thought process, our perception may be off, right? But that's how our minds work. We often just imagine this spiritual journey to show up only when it's something big. A powerful prayer, a moving experience, a breakthrough. But Tzav, this week's portion, tells us something different. Holiness is not sustained by intensity, but rather by consistency. The fire on the altar did not keep itself alive. It required attention, it required care and presence. And someone had to show up even on the days when it felt repetitive. Right? Do you feel like that in your own life sometimes? Showing up even on the days when nothing dramatic happened. Even on the days when no one's watching. There's a word, steadfastness. Hatmada. The ability to keep going, to show up again and again, not because it's exciting, but because it matters. And if we're honest, this is how most of life actually works, right? The things that sustain us are not built in one moment. They're built over time. Relationships are sustained this way, and communities are sustained this way, and spiritual life is sustained this way, not through occasional intensity, though we need that also, but through a steady presence. And so there's something comforting about that, because it means we don't need to be extraordinary all the time. I mean, some of us do, but most of us don't. We don't need to feel inspired every day, although that would be amazing. We don't need to have everything figured out, though that might feel amazing. Or we might feel less than because we don't. But really what we need to remind ourselves is that we just need to keep tending the fire. And maybe this lands, especially strong in weeks like this. Weeks that feel full or busy or heavy, or when energy is not infinite, where inspiration may be lacking. Tzav doesn't say, make the fire bigger, make it more dramatic and impressive. It simply says, don't let it go out. That's it. Something that looks like showing up when you're tired, saying a quiet prayer when you don't feel like it, checking in on someone you know because it matters, continuing a rhythm that sustains you. These aren't small things. They're the fire. It keeps us going. And there's another quiet detail in this teaching. The priest did not only add wood to the fire, he also had to clear the ashes. Yesterday's fire had done the work, but what remained couldn't stay. So even meaningful things leave residue. Even good days leave behind something that maybe no longer serves us. To keep the fire burning, space has to be made. And so each day begins clear, renewed, ready to tend the flame. Clear, renewed, ready to tend the flame once more. So we ask ourselves, what is one fire in your life that needs tending to right now? What is one fire in your life that needs tending to right now? And what might it look like to take care of it? Not with intensity, but just to be consistent. This Parshat Tzav reminds us that sacred life is not built in a moment. It's built from the daily return, from quiet commitment, and from showing up again and again. And so what I often feel most about this group of us that meets every day, that shows up every day, is reminding myself and reminding you that this is exactly what we do every day. Not every day my teaching is great. Not every day I want to sit here and show up. Not every day do you want to sign on because maybe you have something else to do. But we remind ourselves that that daily return is our payment, is our commitment, is showing up again and again because we're tending the flame. The flame that, you know what, sometimes it's not as bright as other days, but there's always days. And while the days are still here for us, we need to show up. Commit to show up again and again and again. May we have the strength to keep tending what matters. May we trust that even a small, steady flame can bring light. And may we always remember, the goal is not to burn brightly all the time. The goal is simply to keep the fire alive. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you. And guess what? We'll see you tomorrow, Thursday morning, 9:30. Have a great day, everybody. Remember, just tend to the flame. A little bit, nothing dramatic. Show up. Where in your life does a fire need to be tended to? Don't be intense. Just be consistent. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai. Have a great day, everybody. For those of you watching live, Elisa, I see you. I hear you. The question is posed. Let's find the answer. Let's do the work. Have a great day, everyone.